control the business finance. Isn't it? See, equity share, already we have seen two shareholders. So, equity shareholders and also the preference shareholders. So, equity shareholders are what? They are the real owners. See, what is equity shares? These are ordinary shares of company representing the part. They are considered as a equal part of the owners of the company, isn't it? So, equity shareholders, they are the real owners of the corporate enterprises. So, they exercise the complete control over the management of the company. Even though if the existing shareholders do not like to lose their control, they must not issue more equity shareholders to supplement the business needs. Business, if you need money, we should not issue excess shares to the public. So, there is a control between the equity shareholders. The control is vested in the equity shareholders, isn't it? So, they are not going to issue more shares because they are going to manage the company. So, contrarily, borrowed source of funds will not disturb the control exercised by the company management. So, who is going to manage the company? Equity shareholders are going to manage the company. So, the control is vested with them. So, it is not going to disturb. Then, borrowed source is suitable for maintaining the administrative control of the management. So, whatever the funds we are for borrowing, that will be suitable for the administration's expenses. So, for the establishment expenses alone, we are going to utilize the borrowed funds. We are not going to utilize the borrowed funds to raise the shares. So, that will be very, very careful. Then, stage of development. See, what is the aim of the business? A new business, a startup company, new business enterprises find it hard to mobilize the financial resources than the established firm. Established firm means already the firm was started after 5 or 10 years. It got its name. They have received the goodwill. Whereas the new firm, they have to earn the name and fame. How they are going to earn the name? By giving, if they have issued any shares, means they have to give the dividend proper, and they have to give the, if they have issued debenture, means they have to give first preference to the debenture holders. So, they have, whatever the borrowed funds will be settled within the correct time. Then only the public can get the good reputation. They can get the good reputation. So, therefore, it may have to rely on their own sources. Initial stage, all the new firms, they will rely on their own resources. Initial stage, they will rely on their internal sources alone. Immediately, opening the company, immediately they never go and approach for the external sources of business. It is then once the business enterprises has established itself in the business world, they can tap borrowed source of funds and offer its assets as security thereof. So once the business enterprises, they have established business world, if they enter into the world of business, it is after the establishment, after 4 or 5 years, they can get the good reputation. There is a very good name among the customer. After that, they can approach for the borrowed funds. Then only they can survive in the long run in the world of business. Then, what is the credit worthiness of firms? Already I have told you, credit rating means it is a measurement of a person or any business entity. What they are going to check? Its ability to repay the amount, loan amount. And financial obligation based on income, and how they are going to check the ability to repay the loan amount. Whatever any financial obligation we are going to approach, that based on income and the past payment history. They will check the past payment, whether we have repaid all the installments. After that only they will give the loan to us. That is called credit worthiness. So usually expressed as a credit score banks. All the banks and also lenders, they are a credit, they will have the credit rating. That is one of the factors to determine whether to credit rating. Credit worthiness is one of the factors to determine the whether to lend money or not to lend. So some sources of funds like debenture and also creditors requires the business firm to mortgage the assets. All the business firm want to mortgage the assets. So this hurts the credit worthiness of the business concern in the financial market. Contrarily, business concern do not have to mortgage its assets. Business concern, they cannot mortgage the asset. It is very, what we can say, we don't have anything to do. In the last stage only, we can mortgage the asset. When they mobilize funds through sources, mostly they have to funds through share capital, and they have to mobilize the funds through retained earnings and unsecured loans like debenture, and also thereby maintaining good image in the financial market. So that is called credit worthiness of the business firm. Anyhow, any other company is going to mortgage their assets means it lost its credit worthiness. When they will go and mortgage, they can't repay the borrowed funds. At that time only they will mortgage the assets. Unless and until why they are going to approach for mortgage, isn't it? So that must be the control. Now let us move on to the next interesting topic, savings and importance of savings. And these are all the some highlight points are there to how to save and what are all the avenues of personal investment. Savings is very, very important, isn't it? You have to save like a aunt what it is doing. Aunt is saving for the rainy day. For us also, we must save for our benefit, isn't it? After a few 10 or 20 years, we will become old age. Because during the old age, we couldn't go like this and we can't work. For that, we have to save through these internal sources and external sources. After 10 or 15 years, how much we are going to save, what are all the personal avenue, let us see in the next video. Let us move on to the new topic in the same lesson, savings, importance of savings. Already we have discussed about what is the business, how to invest, what are all the short-term requirements, how to satisfy our short-term requirements and how to satisfy our long-term requirements, how to get funds, what are all the internal resources and what are all the external resources we have seen. Whatever the business means we are going to earn profit. So that profit we have to save, isn't it? What is the purpose of doing the business? For saving the money for the rainy day. What the ant will do, the same thing. As human we are going to do the same thing. What is meant by saving? Means the concept of saving is very, very important role in the field of economic development of our country. Any country wants to develop, it is very, very important to save the money, isn't it? So saving is defined as what is the difference between the income and consumption. What is the difference? Savings means what? How much we have earned, how much we have incurred the expenses. Consumption means, in case here it means that expenses, whatever the expenses we have incurred, that is the difference will come, isn't it? So what is the income? See, for example, in this month, I have earned in my business 4 lakhs rupees. For example, after all the establishment was over, I have expenses 3 lakhs rupees. What is the difference? 1 lakh is the profit for me. So that how I am going to utilize that 1 lakh rupees. I am going to, what are all the investment, whether I am going to invest in the personal investment, let us see one by one. Now, already I have told you how much income I have earned from the business, 4 lakhs rupees. What are all the expenses? Expenses, all our personal expenses also I have made out. And personal expenses and also business expenses, totally 3 lakhs rupees. Remaining, how much amount is remaining? I am having 1 lakh rupees. So how I am going to invest? So what is the avenue? What are all the avenues are there? Whether I am going to invest in a mutual fund, or I am going to purchase the shares, or I am going to purchase any bonds, whether I am going to invest in metals, otherwise I am going to invest in the post office like NSC, National Savings Certificate, and whether I am going to invest in the real estate. So what is the avenue and what are all the importance of savings and what is the highlight of savings? Let us see. Before that, World Savings Day we are celebrating on October 31st. Every year we are celebrating the World Savings Day. Another meaning also we can tell for savings. It is a point to sacrifice of some sort. We are going to sacrifice something, then only we can save money, isn't it? For example, if there is air, there is no need for fan facility, the ventilation is very good ventilation house means we don't want to switch off often, we don't want to put the light and fan, isn't it? So considerably the current expenses will be very less. And if it is walkable, means we can use the cycle, so that we can save the petrol expenses. So each and small expenses we can save. So we can say the proverb, isn't it? What is the proverb? Yes, very good proverbs about the savings is there. Let us see about the proverb and then let us get into the topic. Little drops of water make a mighty oceans, they will tell, isn't it? So creditor is more memory power than the debtors. These are all the colloquial proverbs we will use, isn't it? So this is some sort of sacrifice we are doing. To earn profit means definitely we want to sacrifice something. For instead of that, we have to go travel a long way to purchase the raw material, or we have to convince the people, otherwise we have to spend for we can lost our rest, everything. We always, all the 24 hours, we have to work only for the enhancement of the business, establishment of the business, welfare of the business. Then only we can get more profit. By profit, we can get more savings. So earning money may be very easy, isn't it? Earning money, it is very easy for us to get more money. It is very easy. So what it is very difficult, but using it in a right way as well as saving it for the future, it is pretty tough. So we have to utilize the money in the right way and we have to save it for a pretty rainy day, that is very pretty tough. We must save the money. It is very important. Saving is very important for each and every of us. Why it is very important? Then only we can lead a peaceful life. Otherwise, we don't have money, nobody will give any sort of respect, and we have to survive in the world of money-minded world, isn't it? So we must survive means we need money. Then vitamin M is very important. Savings paves way for happier future. Then only we can lead the life very happy. We don't want to expect anything from anybody else. We can fulfill our own needs, isn't it? But for that purpose, we need money. So World Saving Day was promoted all over the world to emphasize the value of savings. The value of saving is very, very important. Everybody must realize the value of savings, isn't it? See, for example, your mummy has saved monthly 2,000 rupees. At the year end, it fetches to 24,000 rupees. So, without any difficulty, without any hurdles, she can pay your school fees, isn't it? So, there is no problem of paying the fees. That it shows the value of savings. Then we don't want to expect others. So that only world has declared October 31st as a World Saving Day. Who has declared? By the International Saving Bank Congress. They have declared this October 31st. Hereafter, start to save the money on October 31st onwards. Then next October, you can give some amount of money to your parents. Then only they will be very happy. By this lesson, we came to know the importance of savings. What are all the highlights? Money invested in deposit account. We can whatever the savings we have, isn't it? We can deposit the money in the small deposit. We can deposit, and also we can deposit in a fixed deposit mutual fund, or else we can take any life insurance, or else we can get any bond. Bond means what? Shares, debentures, any government company, commercial papers we can receive, and we can get share. So, what is the consequences? What is the effect? It will lead the economic development of a country. That country gross national product will be increasing. First one, money invested in bank deposit, what is the effect? It facilitates employment generation in all the various sectors of company, and the main thing is poverty is elevated. Poverty, there is no poverty in India. More than 40% of the people are living in below poverty line. So we can eradicate the poverty. Then the savings invested in bank deposit, it leads to credit creation. We will deposit money. The bank, what they will do? They will give loan to other person, and then they will get the return interest. By collecting the interest, the bank they will generate the money. The credit creation will be there, which in turn it promotes we can promote the more industry we can avail loan, and we can avail loan for agricultural people. We will develop the country. Because of the credit creation, the development of a country is very near future. Then savings invested in the government bonds and also in various institutions, great measures we can building in strengthening the infrastructure facility of the country. Whether we are depositing, we are receiving any commercial paper or anything, any treasury bills means we are investing, we are generating the infrastructure facility, so that our country's infrastructure facility will be improving. Then the country with higher savings can easily, we can face the consequences of economic recession. There is no economic, if there is any economic recession, our savings will be safeguarded. We can, by savings, we can face easily we can face the economic recession period. So, what is meant by economic recession? Let us see. What is recession? Already I have told you. So it will lead to the consequences. The country with higher saving can easily face the consequences of economic recession. I have told you now. What is meant by recession? Recession means it is a slowdown or a massive contraction in the economic activities. So a significant fall in spending generally leads to a recession. What are the slowdowns? Such as economic activity may last for some quarters, thereby completely hampering the growth of an economy. In such a situation, economic indicators such there is a slowdown in the GDP, corporate profit, and employment, everything will fall down. That is a recession period. So why? What is the consequences? The recession, it creates a mess in the entire economy. So to tackle this mess, economies generally react by loosening their monetary policies, by infusing more money to the system, by increasing the money supply. And how we can rectify? This is done by reducing the interest rate and increase the spending by the government and decrease the taxation. These are also considered good answers for this problem. So this recession, we can face the recession during the year 2008. We faced the economic recession, isn't it? So global level recession period we have faced. So this recession which hit the global in 2008 is the most recent example for the recession period. Then what is the bad consequences of inflation can be met easily with strong savings. As a result of evil effect of soaring prices can be controlled. So what is mean by soaring price and what is the mean by inflation? Everything let us discuss.